Everyone loves tacos. Everyone has an opinion on what a taco is. So by tweaking that concept a little bit, it can piss people off, but it also can open people's eyes up. Empellón is an unusual word. It's a Spanish word that means to push. What empellón means is to push something or someone out of your way. And I know that seems like a weird idea for a restaurant, but really the name is a personal reminder for me. To me, the thing that you're trying to push out of your way is your own fear, your own anxiety, your own worries that you can't achieve something. So to me, so long as that name's on the door, I have a reminder that there needs to be progression, and there always needs to be this willingness to take it all to the next level. There really isn't such a thing as New York City cuisine. The problem is that we have everything. I think the New York mentality is we're gonna do whatever we want. And we certainly apply that to our tacos. I mean, it has to be a great taco, which means it's got a great tortilla with a great thing on it and some great salsa. But other than that, we pretty much set ourselves free. So what would a New York City taco be? A lot of the food we're cooking here now has to do with our neighborhood. As New Yorkers, we all know that the neighborhoods each have their own personality. And when we were looking at Midtown, we were really trying to put our finger on what the pulse is here. What is Midtown all about? Walking around the neighborhood, I've never seen a greater concentration of steakhouses. Some of our tacos are completely informed by what's on other menus around us that have nothing to do with Mexican cooking. So you go to a steakhouse in Midtown, you're gonna get hash browns, right? That was the idea for a hash brown taco. We have a falafel taco. I've never seen one before, but when you really get past the idea of putting falafel on a tortilla and really break down what it is, it actually makes perfect sense. We take Mexican fava beans, we flavor them with cilantro and arbol chili. We roll those into little balls and we fry it. We make a tahini of sorts, but the tahini is fortified with grasshoppers. When I think of a quintessential New York City food stuff, I think of Katz's Deli. So we put that on a tortilla. And we make a salsa out of mustard seeds, and it's not anything that you could find in Mexico or anywhere else, but it seems to make sense to me. I spent quite a bit of time as a pastry chef. Somewhere along the way, I fell in love with desserts and the sweet side of the kitchen. I love the manipulation of it, the creativity of it. The thing about desserts that allows you to be creative is that when you're making dessert, the ingredient can disappear sometimes. That love of pastry definitely manifests here at Empellón. My focus now is the entire restaurant, but pastry is still my favorite part of any restaurant. We have one dessert which is on fire right now. It's extremely popular. It's an avocado parfait. We puree our avocados, we make this delicious parfait out of it, but then we actually reform it to look like its original self. So it's visually mimetic of a half an avocado. So the same philosophy that we have for desserts, that there needs to be a surprise. We try to apply that as much as we can in the savory cuisine as well. We do crab nachos here. It's a seafood version of nachos. We have tortilla chips that we fry fresh, top them with chopped heirloom tomatoes, whole bunch of crab. And to me, nachos always need a cheese sauce, and not a fancy cheese sauce. They need that orange Velveeta looking stuff. So what we do is we puree sea urchin. We get sea urchin from Hokkaido, some of the best sea urchin you can buy, puree it, add a little bit of chipotle chili, a little bit of butter, and that's the sauce. Now, when you think about it, that's a logical sauce for crab, but also what I love about it is that bright orange color. So when people look at it, they think it's nacho cheese sauce, but it actually isn't. It's a seafood puree. I learned something about myself through this whole process. I'm not capable of simply following the recipe. So what you have now, many people would argue, isn't Mexican. I'm so proud that we're getting these combinations of flavors into the mouths of Midtowners, because to me it's symbolic of something bigger. It's symbolic of cultural shift.